Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Today I have another portable power station. So the cool thing about these things are I've got a few of them now, kind of gaining some. They are so handy for so many different things, like charging your laptops, your cameras, you taking them camping, using them to run the car fridge. Like I have 3 car fridges now, so they're handy for that. Let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what's in the box. Comes with a case here for the charging stuff, I'm sure. Wow, what a tiny unit. It's amazing how small this thing really is. So here it is, guys. Look how tiny this thing is. This is from INVERTER. This is the BP300UL. It is 300 watt, 18 volt DC input to charge it. So you can power up to 9 simultaneous devices with this unit. On the front here, you can see it's got AC, 12 volt DC socket right here, and multiple USBs. One of the USB ports here is QC 3.0. It also has USB-C on this top port, and this also has power delivery. So this thing has 300 total watts of power, so you can power a mini fridge, you can charge drones, you can run a fan, you can run a lot of lights, you can even run LED lights, several LED lights. I use these in my house when the power goes out and hook them up to where I can just run my LED lights in my house, because everything is LED and it don't take much to run them, so it works great for that. Also great with this USB-C here, you can charge up laptops, you can charge drone batteries with this thing, you can charge cell phones, just multiple items that you can charge, because you have the option of 110 volt AC, the 12 volt DC out, 10 amps, and then you have all these USB choices. So really good, because it offers all these choices in such a dynamite little package here. This thing also has a built-in flashlight, so turn this on right here, touch the power button, and then on the side is where your flashlight is, this light right here, and it has a power button for it. Hold it down to turn it on. So you got steady on, we got flashing, SOS, and then we have just regular flashing. A lot of people ask, why does it have a flashlight? Well, I think the flashlights are great on these things, because if the power goes out, you can turn this thing on and power it up to see where you're at, see what's going on. You can look, and if you got a breaker panel out, you can set this thing up. It's got a real nice carrying handle, so you can take it and set it somewhere, aim it toward what you're working on. And you've already got all this power, why not have a flashlight? So to charge this unit, there's 5 different methods. You can actually use your AC wall adapter here to plug it in to charge it, which is most likely going to be your fastest way of charging. You can use your DC outlet to charge it from your car. Just plug it into an accessory outlet or cigarette lighter plug in your car, charge it that way. You can also charge it with a solar panel, and it does come with the cable made for the solar panel, and also has this jack here where you can plug it directly into the front of the unit. You can also use a supplied USB-C cable. It's USB to USB-C, and this USB-C port right here is in-out. It says right on it, in and out, so you can charge, and you can have output with this too if you're not charging with your USB-C cable. Another thing to note is, if you combine your wall outlet and your USB-C input to charge, then you can charge up to 46% faster. So this unit also has a lithium iron phosphate battery, which is the real good ones. That's what you want. Yeah, I get the manual here. I want to kind of go over the specifications. I can't just remember all the specifications, so I'll go over them. The capacity is 80,000 milliamp hours, which is 296 watt hours. The size of this thing is, this is in millimeters, but it's 230 millimeters by 140 millimeters by 203 millimeters. The weight is 7.5 pounds, so it's actually really light. I mean, it's not much to carry the thing at all. Of course, the DC input is 18 volt, 3 amp. It also says, note, PV solar panels, car charging input, 11 to 30 volts. And the charging time says 6.5 hours with 18 volt, 3 amp adapter, 6.5 hours with PV solar panels, 60 watt. So if you have a 60 watt solar panel using this cable, then it's going to take 6.5 hours. 9.5 hours with a car charger, which still isn't bad. 7.5 hours with a PD 45 watt adapter. And then 3.5 hours with the DC input and Type-C PD adapter. So in other words, if we use both of these at the same time, that's how much faster it will charge. So this DC output right here is 10 amp max. The USB QC 3.0 is 5 volt 3 amp, 9 volt 2 amp, or 12 volt 1.5 amp. The USB dual output, which is the two right here on the bottom, is 5 volt 3.1 amp. Single port is 2.4 amp max. And then of course our AC dual outlet here is 110 volts, 60 hertz, 300 watt pure sine wave. Anytime you buy one of these inverters, make certain that you get one that's pure sine wave. These days there's no sense in even getting anything else, and most of them will be pure sine wave these days. So let's take this power cable and plug it into a wall socket. See how it charges up and how it displays the charging. So it says DC input, which is our AC to DC adapter. And when we plug it in, it's going to start showing our graph across here growing, and when that actually gets full charge, it'll be this little battery image here will show full. Okay, so I tilted up here, you can see the actual outputs. So in order to use any of these outputs like the AC, the 12 volt DC, or the USB ports right here, then you'll need to push this power button. It turns each one on. So if you notice, when I turn that one on, it shows a little USB symbol here lit up. So that's turning on all these right here. If I push this one here, it shows the DC. Kind of hard to see, but it does show a little picture of a little lighter plug, looks like, right here, showing that the DC's on. Push that power button, shut it off. Okay, so it shows this one here won't turn on, this 110 volt AC, unless we have this unplugged. So if we unplug this and then turn our power on, and then when I hit this button right here, you can see now it says the AC out, shows a little AC icon on there. But when we plug this in, that goes off. You see that it went off. Okay, so as we can see here, I'm doing a little test. I have a fan plugged in right here. And if we turn on the power to the fan, it will not come on. Now if we unplug this right here, of course your power goes off, push the power button, comes back on. If we push this, now we can turn our fan on, it comes on. If I plug this back in, the 110 outlet's shut off. So you cannot use the 110 outlets while this is plugged in charging. So also on this unit, I have the AC fan plugged in here running right now. You can probably hear it. And it does not display on here showing you how much watts you're using. So you'll just have to check on the item itself, see how many watts it takes, and kind of figure out how much time it's going to last by that. But as far as displaying the watts, it does not display the watts. Alright guys, just to show a few things that you can charge with this, I have this fan running here. You can see this is running off the 110 right here, and then off the USB-C I have my laptop charging. It's running and charging, and then on the USB I have this GoPro charging up right here. You could actually plug something into 12 volt right here and run it or charge it. And if you run out of USB ports and wanted more USBs, you could actually plug in a USB adapter into the 12 volt socket, and you could have a couple more USBs right there. So very versatile, very nice, small, compact little unit. So this will be a unit that I'll probably take with me when we go camping. We go tent camping, we'll take this one out because it'd be real nice to have something to run this fan with. You know how hot it gets in the tent, and the fan will really come in handy. I can also power up my laptop and my cameras and do my videos, edit my videos on here, so really cool for that. So I will post a link to this below in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for a lot more of these in the future. Catch you on the next one. Right on.